last time on Dragon Ball Z.
He pulls up in a red Mustang convertible and asked me if I needed a ride.
Mustang convertible?
I be getting tired of walking. Ain't nothing wrong with asking a brother out for some help.
Hi, Michael.
What the hell do you want?
Monique, if Lorenzo finds out that we've been talking like this, he'll kill you.
I'd like to know if you go to the homecoming dance with me.
What?
You hitting on my girl, boy?
Nah, it's not like that.
Don't get caught slipping, boy.
By the power invested in me, I bring forth Killjoy.
Hey, Michael, I know all that bullshit's going on, man. I know how Jada feels about you.
How many times I done told you to stay away from my girl, man, huh? How many times? Too many damn times. That's how many times. No! This shit ain't loaded anyway, man. Bro, don't be stepping to me the wrong way, the wrong time, because you know I'm about to kick that rhyme. I'm fucking her tonight.
It just so happens that I am an undercover drug dealer with an ice cream truck and dressed up as a clown.
Drugs? What kind of drugs?
Damn those speedballs! Shut the fuck up before I smoke your punk ass!
We get a shot of someone walking up the steps ominously, only to sneak into Monique's room and cover her mouth. Also, this guy's hands are huge. You know what they say about huge hands, right? Makes it easier to strangle your prey. What? In Jada's room, she gets a ping from her pager and shoots Monique a call. The two love bugs decide to go check on her. They get inside her home and are told this.
Just be quiet and listen to this man. It's very important.
We get some more office-ass zooms during this whole thing.
Tell them what you told me.
Very well, then. Take each other's hands.
For what?
Just do it.
Do it! Just do it!
I feel like homie just wanted to hold Jamal's hand, and who could blame him?
Now, young man, take my hand.
Monique, who is this man and what's going on here?
Now, close your eyes.
They conduct their weird seance ceremony thing and get told what's going on in the form of a clip show. Now this is good. Oh, I love that part. Ah, classic. That is classic. Oh god, it made me so sad. Oh. That part just made me angry. So yeah, the homeless man that lives in this neighborhood knows all this somehow.
The only way he could destroy Lorenzo and his gang was by a power greater than himself. That was called black magic. And the source of the power Michael wanted to use his magic on was a doll he called Killjoy. Killjoy and black magic was Michael's only friends. That was until he was killed. You see, Michael would still be alive today if the magic had worked on time, but it did not. Not then and not there. After Michael's death, the evil was unleashed and many, many people were killed. Even Lorenzo.
Can't believe all that happened.
That is why I'm here, to tell you.
Yeah, you're here because the script wrote you in as old man quest giver guy.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
What?
He's mainly after her.
Me?
If he's mainly after her, why kill the murderers of Michael? Why not get rid of the person while they were in bed with another guy that isn't Michael? Shouldn't that inspire the demon Michael summoned to get them first? Whatever, now they find out how to kill it.
Only the love of a young woman can destroy the evil in the heart.
What are you talking about?
You must destroy his heart. You must destroy the doll also. The ice cream truck is parked outside this house. Within that truck lies the evil. Stop him. Stop him before it's too late.
What? But how?
Jada knows.
Jada knows? Girl, why didn't you tell anyone? Why are you keeping that a secret?
No what? And how did you know my name?
But, don't worry about it. But, here's your wallet and, ID. You must have dropped it. Then he fucks off.
I leave it in your hands.
Yeah, I bet Jamal was really regretting falling for this girl. Here he was thinking the worst thing about her was the fact that she was still hung up on her gang member ex-boyfriend. He sure knows how to pick him. They find the truck and try to convince Jada to take up her quest, using the good old self-preservation argument.
Yeah, I saw it, but I don't want to believe it.
You have no choice. We have to stop this thing before it's too late. Jada, if that clown killed Lorenzo and his gang, who do you think is next?
Us?
Exactly.
We gotta stay together, no matter what.
They make it to the clown world, where they immediately split up. Gotcha, bitch. They didn't split up. Fred Jones over here tries his best to convince the group to split up, but they're not budging.
We gotta split up.
What?
Look, it's the only way. We gotta stay together, no matter what.
He's definitely possessed or something. Why is he coming up with such bad ideas? Or is he part of that whole singular good idea crowd like Lorenzo and the gang?
Let's do this. Let's split apart for a while, and if nothing happens, we'll meet back here in 5 minutes.
No, Jamal, no.
Look, Jada, we got to. We got to. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
So Jamal is the first to find Killjoy, and he attempts to punch him. That's correct. He's going to punch the murderous clown that is immune to gunfire. That's a good idea. And you know what? It still makes more sense than Mr. Fantastic trying to punch the Scarlet Witch in Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, who the fuck thought that was a good idea? But yeah, Jamal, that sounds like a really good way of destroying the heart of an evil clown demon.
You must destroy his heart. You must destroy the doll also.
The girls also find Killjoy but make a much hastier getaway.
Wow.
Then we have the Ghost of Christmas Past showing up after the gang regroups.
This is not happening.
What is going on?
Shit.
Damn.
We then get a Spectre Showdown as Lorenzo takes on Jamal and the girls fight the cronies. We also get this super special sword swipe from Jamal. Look at the skill. Look at the way of the sword.
Your ass is mine.
Somehow this like actually works too. I swore the ghost was just gonna regenerate, but it looks like these zombie ghosts are like destroyed by grotesque acts of violence. That's cool. That's a good design, not flawed at all.
You can't fucking kill me. I'm already dead.
Dead wrong, bitch. I love that line. It's great. It's 10 out of 10. With the ghouls taken care of, Killjoy makes his official entrance as the final boss. The group reacts as expected.
You son of a bitch.
You are one ugly motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. You sick fuck.
I'm a sick fuck. I think Coolsville sucks.
So then it's just up to Jada and Killjoy.
Bitch.
the ultimate bout between good and evil. Well, a bout between the unaware of the situation until a magical homeless man told her about it, and evil. This isn't a traditional fight either. This one is settled with a kiss.
And I promise that I will never come to your world ever again.
Promise?
Yes, yes! Now come give me a kiss.
And you know what? Kudos to Jada, because I'm sure she's gonna end up with some sort of STD from this. It's only a kiss, but with an interdimensional clown spirit, there's no telling what kinds of crabs, claps, creepers, crawlies, critters, coagulants, crusties, whatever he has. I mean, does it look like this guy gets tested frequently? And if he did, does it look like he would tell you if he had something? No. The kiss is clearly the highlight of his life, and you can tell by the way he acts afterwards. Then Jada says this.
Hey, now disappear.
And the clown obliges. How nice. Gotcha, bitch.
No.
You're as dumb as Jada if you think they would just leave after that. I mean, I did think that for a second because this clown got what he wanted, and I thought he was a rather stand-up person behind the makeup and ha-has. So, am I as dumb as Jada for thinking that? No. It couldn't be. I couldn't be. No. That's when we get this twist.
Michael?
Yep.
Why?
Why would you do this, Michael? For a kiss? Oh my goodness, it was just for a kiss, wasn't it? Checking in again, and we have no casualties. Actually, we just saw Lorenzo, Baby Boy, and T-Bone die by just regular people this time. So let's just add another value to their death counter.
You don't know how much I've been through in my life, Jada. From the time I've been kicked on, pushed on, spit on, bullied. You have no fucking idea, do you?
No.
I mean, all I wanted to do was have friends. I mean, I'm just as human as anyone else. How come no one likes me?
I don't know, Michael. I like you.
So yeah, he didn't have any friends and was bullied. So he turned into this. Clearly, we need to bully kids harder to keep them from going down this route. Bullying equals weird dark arts kid, but more bullying could equal good, well-adjusted, stable kid. It makes mathematical sense.
Will you be my girlfriend?
Will you?
We can go to prom together in the afterlife. We can go see a movie in the afterlife. We can have so much fun. As long as you're okay with it being in the afterlife. Yeah, you gotta die too to make this relationship work out. After all, I didn't die and put this whole plan into action for you to just say no. Am I fucking dare campaign?
Be your girlfriend.
Yeah, she did the right thing.
Think like a rescue hero. Think safe.
Michael clearly didn't learn his lesson the first time. You don't get to enjoy your life, or the afterlife, or your before life. How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? While trying to escape the Killjoy crypts show back up.
It's never over.
Oh, if only the quest giver was here to give us advice.
Jada, don't forget about the doll. You have to kill the doll.
What the hell?
They run towards the doll, and for some reason in Killjoy's magical, terrifying world, he can't find a way to stop them. all of a sudden, he kinda seems bad at this whole execute everyone who's ever wronged me thing. So how does Killjoy react to such a devastating loss?
Where are we? We're in Michael's room, Jada.
How do you know that, Monique? Have you been here before? Jada hesitates and suddenly, the doll turns to Michael.
Wait, Jada, please. Don't kill me. I love you so much.
Why the fuck you lying?
He gives this heartfelt speech, and for some reason, the other two won't just plunge her hand into the doll, especially if this is only a hallucination she sees. Don't let her get caught up in the guilt. Thrash this dude. But luckily, Jada uses her brain. Love that for her.
I'm sorry, Michael.
What, Jada?
Lorenzo and his gang get the shakes as the world around them starts to dissipate. They did it! The world is saved! But they didn't, because now they gotta do some spell to get out of here. I thought they could just like leave since they're not in the clown world anymore. But I guess not.
Okay, we have to form an inner circle, okay? Hold hands. Okay, okay, shut your eyes.
Then, the spirit of Killjoy eats Michael because he sucks at killing mortals and getting a girlfriend. What a loser, am I right?
It's dinner time! No!
The group makes it back home and they don't even seem scarred by what just occurred, or startled by this homeless man in their room still, despite him fading away earlier. We then get transported to a club where they're all enjoying a few drinks and Jada and Jamal make it official, pushing past their trauma and pushing their high school fling they'll have till they inevitably break up next week over something small. We find out that Jada has been having nightmares still, but who cares about that? We got a new character.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I just had to ask. Is your name Jada Smith?
Yes, why?
It's me, Ray. Raymond Jackson from your English class.
Who?
Raymond Jackson? The guy that sits across from you, Mr. Jordan's class?
Why did he get so upset that she didn't recognize him? And then this happens.
So how much did you guys pay to get in here?
$10 each.
$10 each? Man, that's whack.
Why, how much did you pay?
And my girl got in free.
Really? How'd you do that?
You see, I got the hookup. My brother owns this club.
He does. What's his name?
His name is Killjoy.
They're going to need some deliverance from evil.
Babe, you just had a bad dream, that's all.
It seems so real.
It's all right. I'm here. Everything's all right now.
If his bald ass is the only thing protecting you, you have much more to be worried about. Also, his way of making her feel better is to do this.
Oh, what are you doing?
Baby, I'm horny.
What the fuck? Why? Fuck talking about your feelings.
Baby, I'm horny.
That was good for sad.
And with the conclusion of the movie, we have seen Jamal, Jada, Monique, Homeless Man, and Kahara make it to the end. Well done. You survived the terror of Michael the Clown. I mean, bootleg It the Clown. I mean, Killjoy. Killjoy's puppet. And we actually got to see Michael die again. This time was even funnier.
Hey, Jada, please. Don't kill me. I love you so much.
Man's poured out his heart only to get stabbed in it. If that's not a metaphor, I don't know what is. And let's add another count to Lorenzo's gang due to enjoying Taylor Swift's Shake It Off a little too much. Dude, there are way too many main characters still alive for a movie like this. Yeah, that was Killjoy. It was everything you expected it to be, right? And more. And so much less as well. Yeah. It fits right in with The Room, Trolls 2, Funny Money, and Transformers 2 for just movies that exist. And I enjoy that they do.
I am directly below. The enemy scrotum.
The acting is pretty underwhelming, but I find that makes horror movies more enjoyable, especially if they're aiming to be funny as well.
We see that, but what the hell you doing here anyways? Fool, you need to watch who the fuck hood you creeping up in, cuz.
It also doesn't help that the story wastes time with scenes like Lorenzo's deep thoughts in bed instead of giving us more info about any of the people we're supposed to be stressed about dying or in danger. But on the flip side, I like how it gets to things so quickly, like 6 minutes quickly. We see Michael get absolutely eviscerated and immediately he's using dark magic. We don't know how he got those dark magic tools, how he knows the spell, or why this was his first way of handling a situation like this. We're just here.
It's only my 3rd day out here. I don't know.
We don't know why this homeless man is the local quest giver, watching all and fading in and out of scenes like he's this fucking meme. Nothing about this is explained, and then he shouts the goal of the story to the main characters while Killjoy chases them.
Jada, don't forget about the doll. You have to kill the doll.
What the hell?
It's nonsensical. It seems like the writer was like, fuck, we gotta get these idiot characters back on the mission. I can either revise what I've written so far to make them remember the whole reason they're here and what the Oracle said, or I can make the dialogue flow well enough that the characters remember based on their current circumstances and make the change feel natural, or I can have the Oracle yell it. Well, fuck it, her name is Vera Yell, which must be a sign. And because of that, I find this movie awesome.
This dude think he funny.
The set looks reused and doesn't really capture the energy of Killjoy. They look stale, stanky, and stodgy. And yes, you could also describe Killjoy that way, but I also see him as whimsical, fun-loving, and maniacal. This place should embody the spirit of this colorful demon, but all it resembles is an abandoned warehouse. The zombified goons and the haunting of the character still alive is kind of interesting. It doesn't make a lot of sense and is never utilized for what little sense it does make. Like, why didn't Jada fight her ex-boyfriend who was probably abusive?
T-Bone, show him what it's like.
The most important thing about their relationship we know is that he took her virginity, and she has yet to get over him for many reasons, including that. Would have been interesting to see how awful or good that relationship was. The final fight in the warehouse could have been interesting if Jada and Lorenzo were paired up instead of her with the goons. It could have been some sort of conclusion to her conflict with him. It could have symbolized her moving on by fighting this illusion of him and ridding him of her life, only to then have to kill Michael.
What, Jada?
Speaking of Michael, even though he gets beat up in the beginning, I find it so hard to root for him.
You hitting on my girl, boy?
Nah, it's not like that.
He's not smart at all, or clever, or charismatic. When he dies, it's sad, but also, why did you go outside?
I ain't gonna hurt you, I promise. Lie.
Man, I ain't lie about shit, man.
Why don't you have furniture in your house? Why do you go after a girl with a boyfriend who is in a gang that is known to act violently? I'm glad he died 3 times in this movie. I do like the reveal that Michael was Killjoy all along. I wish there was a reason he waited a year to do anything about dying, but the reveal itself is good, I think. So, while editing these clips together, I started to realize something. One, that Killjoy really is a Stephen King inspired movie that has something about it that just ain't it. And 2, that this is a movie about a killer clown incel that takes his revenge out on the local gangsters, all in an attempt to get the girl who was never into him to begin with. The lesson is clear. When you resort to violence, the dark arts, and malicious manipulation, you run the risk of looking like the biggest clown of them all, even when compared to brain-dead homicidal madmen. I also like him getting revenge on the gang that killed him. It's a fun idea. I also can be down with him then using that same gang to terrorize the girl who wouldn't date him, somehow luring her into loving him again. That's horrifying. It's like gaslighting her with ghosts and killer clowns only to reveal that he was the reason this was all happening. Think of the Dennis system, where Dennis calls the girl he's into on a payphone with this terrifying voice in an attempt to freak her out, only to be the person she calls for comfort when feeling that fear and paranoia of a stranger threatening her. He then uses this to use her. That, as a slasher movie with reality-bending abilities, is a terrifying idea. I wish they leaned into Michael being the bad guy a lot more. In those final moments, he should have come off way more desperate, afraid of being alone, but also proud of himself for putting this clever plan together. Like, the ego is already there. He asked her to be his boyfriend after putting her through this entire evening.
Will you be my girlfriend?
Will you?
In my opinion, it should have ended with Jada bringing up the awful truths of his actions, haunting her, and using the visions of a clown spirit to coax her into some sort of relationship. That's unhinged. And for that reason, he'll never get a girlfriend, because he's crushing his entire world with those words. There are glimpses of that in the end, but not nearly enough. And to be honest, I think the whole movie would have been better if Michael came back alive and started building a relationship with Jada post-breakup with Lorenzo. And then he utilizes this Killjoy persona while she isn't around to exact his revenge, kind of taking the place of Jamal's character. But I think Jamal's character could still work in this scenario as a potential competitor for Jada's love. This story should have been focused on the theme of jealousy. We see it from Lorenzo, who is so jealous of Michael talking to his girl, he assaults him. Michael is jealous of Lorenzo being able to date Jada. T-Bone and Baby Boy are jealous of Jada for fucking Lorenzo instead of them. Monique could be jealous of Jada getting all the attention from the boys. Even Jamal shows jealousy when meeting Ray at the club. As soon as Ray sits down, he makes this face. But if Jamal isn't to represent jealousy, he could have represented loving her for who she is, not as an object to win, but as a person to know. Someone who sees her as more than just
one hot piece of pussy.
Which would make it even funnier if he died earlier on. Because then the only good guy that she knows would end up getting murked.
This dude think he funny.
Maybe that's just my sense of humor. But yeah, all squandered, and instead we got this. And I love it. It has too many sex scenes, but what would a bad movie be without unnecessary sex scenes, right? They can't waste time developing characters. Don't be stupid. Stupid. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. I've been Witty G, and I'll see you later. Stay healthy, and be kind to someone. Bye.